Let's look at block number 2. It's called pleasing versus serving. Pleasing, in short, is you want everybody to like you. You want everybody to approve of you. And an aspect of pleasing is present in most of us. I mean, raise your hand if you can relate with that. Yeah. And because pleasing is something that we've been grown up with. It's part of our upbringing. Why? Because as children, you don't have the power. The power's with the adults. The power's with the grown-ups. So every time you wanted to get something done, you knew you didn't have the power. The only way to get things done is by pleasing. So you behaved well in order to get whatever it was, something, a cookie, or you wanted to stay up late. You behaved well because, so you're trying to please the people and you wanted to be seen and be approved of, because that meant that you were allowed a little bit more leeway in what you were trying to do. And it's all right for a child. And we've told also that if you do that, you're a good girl. If you do that, you're a good boy. It's different when we're the grown-ups ourselves right now, right? Because why pleasing is a problem, it manifests in a couple of different ways when it comes to leadership. There's really, I see it three things that I've seen pleasing do when it comes to performance. First of all, people come up to me and say, I've got a time management problem. Actually, it was last year that, and it's more often than that, but the example that I think of is somebody that came up to me and said, well, I have a serious time management problem. I've just got too many things on my plate and too little time to do them. And because I can't finish all of them, there's another problem. I'm actually I've committed myself to doing things. Now I have to let people down. I have to disappoint them because I have to say I didn't get them done. So it was a two-edged sword. He said yes to too many things, trying to please, but they were not all part of his job. So it was just too much. So time management is one. Pleasers are also big problem solvers, and that is a problem sometimes. If you're a pleaser, people like to come to you with their problems because they know that you can solve them for them. So often pleasers are taking over other people's work, and it's great for the people that you're trying to help because they're happy that problem is going away, and you're happy to help them, to please them, to be of help. Again, you're taking on too much. Third way that pleasing is a problem is that pleasers, I would say, are also often high achievers. They work incredibly hard to achieve that recognition, to be acknowledged, to be seen. And they need that validation of others for them to feel successful. So they keep on working. And the only way they feel that they are performing is if somebody else tells them that they are doing well, that they are performing. They get recognized for that. And that's just not always how it works. But they depend on that positive feedback for others. So it's a rat race that you're ending up being part of. So besides of the stress of taking too much on or working for recognition, pleasing from the outside can also harm your credibility or your reputation, because it can be perceived as heel licking or sucking up. So people notice pleasing as being a little bit icky, or worse, people are taking advantage of you. Now look at serving, because when it comes to performance, you don't want to be liked by everyone. What you want is want to make an impact. You want to serve. You want to serve the organization. You want to serve your team. You want to make sure that the members in your team are growing and developing into people that can do work by themselves. They have the power to do it without you, because that's your number one priority as a leader, to make sure that your team is growing and developing in such a way that you can step away and start doing other things, and that they can take care of themselves without you there. So with everything that's coming your way or that's on your plate, before you commit to anything, ask yourself the question, am I pleasing or am I serving? And often, if we have that need for everyone to like us, to approve of us, to be proud of us, think, why is that the case? And because you're waiting for somebody's permission to be liked and to be seen. You don't need that anymore. Start being proud of yourself, because the underlying need is you even if people would tell you 100 times, you may not even hear it because you're not proud of yourself. So start celebrating the small performances the things that are going well for you. You don't need somebody else to tell it to you that you are okay in your work. You can do that yourself.